Hey guys, in this video we'll be continuing with the Python video tutorials. We'll be going over some more lists and file stuff. So we'll be doing just a few more examples, and then we'll be moving on to 2D lists. So we'll just have a main function here, so I'm just in pycharm again. So we'll have def main. So we'll just create any list. We'll just say val list, or just call it vals points to some kind of list of numbers. Maybe do a big number at the end. So then we'll have we'll say out file points to the open function, and we'll have, well, I forgot to save the path. That's okay, so we'll just have, I'll have a Windows path, so we'll just have my path to the location of the file, which I have on my desktop, and then we'll just call it numbers, or just vals list .txt. That's fine. Vals list.txt. We're going to open it in write mode, and we'll say for I in vals. So we'll loop through the vals. Loop through the vals list. So we'll say for I in vals. We'll say out file dot write. We'll cast it to a str, to a string. We'll write I. And then we'll tag on a new line. That should be all. We'll then close the file. And we'll call it main at the end. So that should be pretty much it. So all we're doing is we're just creating a list. We're creating a file object. We're iterating through the list and writing each line to the file with a new line, so everything's on a new line. So that should be all for that. We'll just finish up here lists and files with one more example. So we'll read the numbers into a list this time. So from a list to the file, which we just did. Then now we'll do from the file to the list, or to another list. So let's just have basically the same thing. So let's just have basically the same thing, and then we'll just we'll keep the location path. So we can delete this part. We're going to put it in read mode, put our path into read mode. So put our path into read mode. Well, we don't need this for loop anymore, so we can delete that. So we'll have vals list. I don't think it actually puts it into a list if we actually just call vals list itself. So you can declare it to an empty list, and then say vals list dot, or vals list points to out file. Actually, this should be in file now. My bad. So we'll call this in file. In file points to open that path. So we have vals list here points to out file dot read lines. So vals list points out file dot read lines, and we'll have the empty parentheses to show that it's a method. So the vals list is going to point to the out file. I think it's going to read the whole thing in. Excuse me. Then we'll have the infile.close. Yeah, so just infile.close like that. We'll have so we have not index, we'll have I points to 0. We'll strip the new lines again, so we'll say while index is less than the len, or not index, so while I is less than the len of vals list. Then we'll say vals list of list index I points to casted int function to the vals list. So basically itself. Whoops. No, that's right. Vals list of list index I. That should be it. So vals list of list index I points to casted int. So we're going to cast everything to an int. We're going to pass in to the casted int function. Basically, we're going to pass in vals list of list index I. Then here we'll say I plus equals I. Or you can say I points to I plus 1. I prefer that, but we'll just mix it up here. Practice with things you're not exactly comfortable with is the best thing to do. And then here we'll just print out the vals list. And then we'll call main here. Actually, yeah, we already have main there, so we'll just so we'll call main, print the list. That should be all. Oh, I got some mistakes here. What's happening here? Print vals list, infile vals list. Vals list. What's happening with this? Unresolved reference out file. Okay. Oh, whoops. So yeah, there should be in file. My bad. So in file points to read lines. That should be all fine now. So we'll just save that. What happened with that? No such file. What do we call this before? What did we call the file? Vals list. But wasn't it valslist.txt? Okay, if I copy this and go back. Yeah, it is. It's in write mode. There it is. Vals list. Okay, so what's wrong with that then? Unless that was in W mode. No, that's right. It was in W mode, so what the heck is the problem? So in file C users, computer name, desktop, files, list.txt in read mode. That is strange. So we had infile.open. That's not very helpful, so we have infile points to open the path, passing in R. Files list, point to read line, so it's saying it's not finding the file. That's a pain. Did we run that code? I think we ran the code. What to redo here? Redo is Control Shift plus Z. Okay, that's not gonna help now. It's all messed up. The stack is all messed up. Okay, that's not very helpful at all. So I might have to redo this. Okay, so this is not helpful at all. So let's have another method function here. So we'll have to do it again, I guess. So def write file. So we'll have out file points to open this path. In write mode, of course. So we'll have files list points to some numbers again. And then we will so we open the file, so we have out file points to the path. We have our list now. So we said out file. Okay, so we'll say for I in out file. Nope, did I mess that up? Okay, so for I in vals list. Then we'll have semicolon, snake eyes, whatever. Then we'll have out file dot write str. So casted str to item plus a new line. Then we'll say out file dot close. And we'll say that should be it. So cut the main out there, put it down here. We'll call def write file. Actually, whoops, we'll call write file. Okay, what else? $18. Whoops, sorry, right here. So if I'll open that vals list for I in vals list out file dot write str. Okay, that should be all. We'll save that, finally run it. What the heck is happening here? Something wrong with my path? Why is this gray? not used. Is there something wrong with this? Nope. It's telling me that's not being used. Okay, what the heck is going on here? We have our main function, write file, colon write file, out file points, open this path. Oh, you know what? I forgot the dot. I think that's what it was. So I don't even think we need this. My apologies. I think that's what it is. Forgot the snake eyes in the path itself. Run that. No. So let's try that. Okay, I think something's happening there. Some kind of infinity loop is happening. Alright, so what is the problem here? Okay. Right, what's wrong with this path here? See, users, desktop, name. That should have been it. That should have been it. I swear that should have been it for the snake eyes missing on the path. Now it's not liking that. Read lines. In file. That is so strange. Hopefully I don't have to recode everything. So we'll stop that, run it. Something's I think should be fine with the path now. There's something wrong here. Vals list points to that, vals list infall.read lines, infall.close, I points to 0, while I is less than len of vals list. Unexpected type for int. Okay, let's just not cast it to an int. Let's try that. Nope, something still is being printed to infinity. I have a feeling it could be this itself. Let's go with stop that. We might have to debug it too. Hopefully I don't have to do that, so we just have while I is less than len of vals list. Vals list of list index of I points to vals list. This should have had the str on it, shouldn't it have? Or the int. So cast it to int vals list of list index I plus equals. Nope, this should be 1, I think. I think that's the problem here. There we go. Apologize for all that. Okay, so a couple mistakes here. As you can see, if you don't type everything out, it can waste a lot of time. Probably wasted about 5 minutes there or so. So we have everything here. So what we did is we probably could use that now, but that's okay. So we wrote it out twice here. We did the same code in the last video, half of this code in the last video. So in this video, what we should have done is we should have just had our file object point to the path, read it. We want it to open the file object in read mode. Basically just create, I don't think we need this line. We just call it as a list as it is. So you don't. This line's pretty much extra. You don't have to declare it into an empty array. Empty list, I believe. Then we have vals list points to infile.readlines, which is just reads the whole file. Closes the file, creates an counter variable while I is less than the length of the vals list. So while I is less than the length of the whole list index, then vals list of list index I points to, it'll cast everything to an int, each index, and increments itself by 1. So loops through the list, moves the data around, casts everything to an int, prints the vals list. That's it. So there you go, guys. Apologize for any extra time. So thanks for watching. If you guys liked the video, you can like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.